Hello, I am back. King Her here. Um, yeah. Today has been slow, but practice, but slow. I feel like it's slow because I'm trying to get things done within a certain time frame, but I'm also like, it's taking me longer than I feel like I should. But I'm also like, it's part of the process. Anyways, today has been going pretty well. Episode 3. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Um, but yeah, a slow process. So today I'm just working on like practicing a piece where I can sing and dance, but also not to spend too much time on it because it's not so important to where. Yes, it's important to practice. Yes, it's important to get it well done, but I shouldn't worry about trying to make it perfect so I can post it. It's just more so get me up and going, get me my creative mind, using my creative mind, using my dancing, using my singing, putting them together, getting used to that feeling. Because what's important is that I put out my own original content, not so much that I put out covers or that I put out so I shouldn't spend too much time on that practices. Of course it's for me and it's for to show you guys, but I shouldn't spend too much time focusing on those practice, because those are what they are. They're just practice. They're, of course, you want to do the best and look the best that you can, but it's not so important, because what's important is creating your own content and putting your own content out there. So I really wanted to do my content today and yesterday, like my music and stuff, but I've been slow on it, but I want to do it today. Well, I want to do it tonight after recording this podcast and editing it, rendering it, and all that stuff. Because I'm gonna upload this, which is tomorrow, which is the day you'll see it. But I'm recording it beforehand so I can upload it and also have it ready. But yeah, today has been kind of slow in terms of that, but in terms of just practicing, I feel like I'm doing well. It's all in the process. You can't rush things. You can't rush making things happen. You gotta take it one day at a time. um yeah, I hope that I can get my own content coming out soon, so that I can show you what kind of music I'm doing and make my own choreo to it. But if anything, I'll release the music first and the choreo will come afterwards, like some ideas that I might throw in there, or like use it as a practice piece. Um, that would be fun, because it'll take me too long to try to make the choreo perfect, trying to make the video perfect, and trying to release the music perfectly. So just release the music first, and the choreo and everything that'll become afterwards. At least that's what's going through my mind right now. Um, I should stop using ums. This is professional. We're practicing here. Let me just adjust the mic a little bit. It's a little lower for me. Okay. There I go again. Okay. Let's see. Gosh. Okay. Overall, feeling satisfied. Well, overall, not feeling satisfied that I'm not producing or I'm not creating as quickly as I can, but satisfied in terms of getting things done, getting things rolling. There's so much to do. I gotta stop using ums. There's so much to do. There's a lot ahead of me, and I'm very excited for it. It's just a matter of me feeling like I'm taking too long, too slow, or I'm going at a pace that's not not a pace that I'm not really enjoying as much. Because if anything, I want to get things going and get things done as quickly as I can. Oh, I have my music on because it helps with podcasts, as I'm just in dead air. But I got it going now. But yeah, I gotta stop using. I gotta stop using ums. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I just feel like I'm not progressing as fast as I would like, and if that's the case, of course, there's a process, and it's gonna take time, but you get better, you get faster, quicker. But of course, you don't want quantity over quality. Of course, you want quality too, but at this point, I'm also kind of a race against time, so I can't let myself relax too much, uh because I just gotta go. I gotta start getting things done, getting things moving. It does take a minute, and also, like I said, I'm not talented or gifted in what I'm doing, but practicing, working hard at it, it takes time, and trust the process. Uh, so, like I said before in the podcast, I hope that you're doing well. Hope that the day went well. Hope that today, when you do see it, that get ready for the day. Uh, I know that for me, it's definitely a little bit of a slower process of me trying to make sure that I'm in the right headspace, that I'm getting things done. Because it's not always about, of course, I'm always giving my 100%, but my 100% is not always the most efficient that I can be. Like, it might be the 100% that I could give that day, but not the best 100% that I could have gave or could have given. Uh, so, uh, anyways, today I will be working. I did my routines, did my dancings, things like that. Of course, what I posted was just a small clip of what I've been practicing. I did like 4 other songs and 4 other small little choreos that didn't really pan out. That didn't really feel like I should post. I didn't really feel like they were worth posting, but they do exist. They were practice pieces, but I just kind of just did them and then I left them to the side. Like, either because my still struggles are just understanding how I can dance and move and sing at the same time, breathing, and also understanding where what looks good, what doesn't look good, how can I improve in terms of creating movements, how can I improve my mindset so that I can better be more creative and make things that look nice. And also, of course, during my research, like watching other people dance or other people do their music, or like watching K-pop and their dances, like their sets. There's watching them do their sets. Basically, it helps with understanding what they're doing, understanding how I can what I can take from it, like in terms of like visuals or timing or movements. Because we all can take inspiration from each other, and also they're successful and they're doing well, and I would like to do well too. So I read it and I study on it. It's like if you want to be great, then you study the great. Kind of like that. Okay, so with that being said, oh wow, that was a weird voice. Okay, with that being said, I would like to work on music after right now. Of course, I have 2 songs that are going to get done, or needs to get done. The only thing is they're home too, so I need to work on my grammar, as been told to me by the people that's helping me. That my grammar is kind of horrible, but also that not horrible. It's just that it could be better, and it's not as proper as it can be, or it's not as good sounding as it can be. But in my ears, of course, yes, grammar is the thing, but it's also like it sounds good enough. But also, it's to the point where my future videos or my future songs, if I don't correct it now, it's probably gonna start sounding a lot the same, or this using the same words or using the same flows. Not that I can't use different, not exactly flows, but more like words, because my Hmong is kind of limited in terms of like how I can express myself in Hmong. It's quite limited if I was to be honest about it. Like I said, I use Hmong or Kupahan Hmong. I know how to speak Hmong, but it's also that I don't use it too often, or if I do use it, it's very casual, or that I don't expand my vocabulary. I don't utilize all my vocabularies as often as I can or as I should. And because of that, it also affects me in terms of like trying to make a song that has more vocabularies, that has more depth to them, not that not that it isn't. It's just that I've noticed that I've definitely struggled a lot with making lyrics that's in Hmong, or just understanding that dynamic and understanding my grammars, because of course I still have a long way to go in terms of like my Hmong, and that could be better, and or like just my understanding, my knowledge, my culture knowledge, and just everything that has to do with like my Hmong side being Hmong. There's a lot of things that I could definitely do better. So in terms of my writing and my songs, of course I want to do Hmong and English, but Hmong is definitely a struggle for me at the moment, as I'm taking my time to really do things, make things work, and trying to add my twist and my flavors and my style to it, but also making sure that's correct, making sure that it's not, making sure that it is proper, that it sounds good, sounds correct, and it gives off the same feelings that I'm trying to give. It's all a matter of trial and error, practice, and also since I don't practice it, then I won't be good. So that's why I gotta practice it and make mistakes. It's fine to make mistakes. You learn from your mistakes, and I take it one step at a time. Don't rush it, and think it'll turn out well. At least I believe so. So very, very exciting stuff. I feel very good about it. It's just that my heart is always at, let's go, let's get to the next point, let's keep going. Anyways, I'm talking a lot about it, but yeah, that's just basically on my mind because of that. That's basically all the things that's on my mind right now. I keep using guys. I'm so sorry. I'll work on it. It's something I'll work on, or something I am working on. So, with that being said, what else can we really talk about, or what's the topic that I can bring up about? Shoot. Okay, a topic that I can bring up. I keep using topic I can bring up, talk about. Let's see, because I'm trying to think about, because there's a lot of things I can talk about. It's just a matter of bringing it to the forefront in my brain, in my ideas, in my thoughts. I've been really enjoying like sweet drinks. Of course, I'm on a diet, but I have a sweet craving, and like something that's coffee or something that's milk or that. Cause like when I'm feeling down or when I'm not feeling well, I'm starting to do it at practice where it's like bring something sweet, have something sugary, so that it can help me kind of. You use it kind of like medication in a way where it's like it's helping me to feel better. Or if I'm feeling kind of down, then go get myself a drink, like something sweet, something delicious. I can just sip at it. I don't have to drink all of it really quickly. I can just sip at it. And part of it is and actually that's one of the things moving forward too, is that I want to get some straws, disposable straws, of course, like straws that are biodegradable and not like plastic straw where it's like it could be, because I don't want to use so much and then it goes bad for the environment and things like that. But anyways, that's besides the point. That's besides the point. Like I was saying, something sweet so I can just sip on it throughout the day or throughout my session of doing music or sitting down to do to write things or do things, dance, my creative mind. So I run through my creative mind a lot throughout the day. Like I said, I'm very full time with this. I'm like 100% with this. It's just a matter of balancing everything and also trying to be as effective as I can with my time. Because since I'm not very gifted in what I'm trying to do, it takes me a lot longer and it takes me a lot of effort to just get something simple down. Like something simple takes me longer than it should. Although maybe it's simple to me, or it feels simple, but it's really more complicated than that. But like let's say like today, like trying to sing a piece and also make like 4 count or like an 8 count choreo or something of that degree. It shouldn't take that long. It should, theoretically, if I was really good at it, it'll only take me like 10, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes max if I'm really good at it. But I'm not good at it. It usually takes me like, 40 minutes or an hour. Or that's me just trying to run through it. Like running through it. I don't have a good, efficient system yet to where I can run through it and understand everything, where I know the lyrics, I know how to sing it, or I have a general idea of how to sing it, and I know what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to look like, and the movements I want to do. So it's like both of them I'm still not amazing at, but I'm trying to get them to work, and I'm slowly, I'm not amazing at either one, but I'm also trying to put them together. So that whole dynamic of trying to get them to be even leveled, but also trying to tape them together. So I'm like, okay, it definitely is very difficult to try to do that, like on the spot, especially if you're not very gifted or you haven't trained or you haven't practiced that a lot. So like I said, I'm getting things going, practicing. I've done it before. It's just a matter of getting better at it, getting better at creating choreo, getting better as a singer, dancer, bringing that confidence out, getting that creative mind going where, ooh, I want it to look like this, I want it to sound like this, I want to look at the camera, I want to look at the side, how do I want it to look visually, And also it just helps with me. I can take what I've learned with these practice and bring it to my music or bring it to my songs or my choreos where I'm trying to do it officially for a performance instead of just recording it or instead of just me practicing at home. So I post what you see, but of course there's a lot of things that you don't see, like all the other runs that I've done, all the other recordings that I have. But basically they're not really amazing. They look good, like when I commit to a movement and when I just do it, it looks good, but it's just a matter of can I replicate it? That's the difficult part, is that if I could do it, but I can't replicate it. I could do a movement and I could do a whole set. And it'll look clean. It'll look like I can be very smooth, very clean, and I can run it all the way through. But can I replicate it? Can I do it again? Same way, same movements, same song, same dance, same visuals, the same way I just did it. Can I do it again? And that's the part that I'm struggling with, where I'm having a hard time replicating what I'm trying to do. Like, run it again, 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 run it again. Make it look the same, make it look the same, make it look the same. Do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. It takes practice, and it takes repetition, especially if you're not gifted. And it takes time to get to practice and make it perfect, I can do it. I just can't replicate it again and again and again and again and make it the same. Because my biggest struggle is that I can do it, a good run, but it might not look the same, or it might be a little bit different on the second run, third run, fourth run, fifth run, sixth run, the next day, the day after that, the next week. And that's not good. I need to make it, or I would like to make it more replicated, like I can replicate it more, because if it's just ups and downs like that, then it's not very consistent. Then let's say come game day, time to perform, King, time to put yourself out there. Everybody's watching. You can't really mess up, but you got to put your best foot forward. Gotta be consistent. Gotta do my best. Even if I do mess up, it's like gotta recover. Gotta make sure that I'm consistent. See, so that's my biggest thing. Trying to be consistent, trying to remember my dances, trying to remember the choreo, trying to remember the visuals, trying to remember when to breathe, what to say. Am I loud enough? Am I clear enough? Am I doing the correct movements? Is this the correct timing? Am I messing up the timing? Am I do I have good posture? Is my posture okay? There's a lot that goes into it, but basically one of the big things that's helping me right now is a mindset I'm having myself is to tell myself, remember the phrases. Of course, this is just one day of me doing it, like the whole day, just me doing it. So it's not like it's been like the second day where, I remember more stuff, I have more things, memories. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is, one thing that I've been working on is phrases. So remember a phrase of a dance. Like, I remember the lyrics, I remember the feeling, but remember the phrase. So like at the dance, remember what the dance is, and do it within those counts. Like with the song that I was doing today, which was Sam Smith, I forgot exactly what the title is, but basically remember the phrase. Don't worry too much about the counting just yet, but remember the phrase so that you can replicate the phrase again and again and again. But also, as I'm replicating the phrase, I got, of course, count and make sure that it's the correct timing. And of course, on top of that too, make sure that I'm singing correctly, or that I'm using the right words, or that I'm moving correctly how I should. But yeah, remembering phrase, that's an important thing. And to not get stuck on one movement, or not get too bogged down on trying to make that one movement perfect, trying to keep practicing that one sequence. So practicing phrases, making sure that, okay, the counting is right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember that phrase. And remember the phrase is like wave. And now you're going to do it on 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So remember the count, remember the phrase, and do it and sing too. And remember your visuals. Look good. Make it sharp. Practice. Of course, it's only the first day, so I shouldn't expect too much, but I feel like it should, or I feel that, yes, I'm practicing making perfect, but it's taking me very long to make it good. But anyways, that's with that day. But like I said, tonight I'm gonna be working on music, making things happen. I want to finish recording today so that I can maybe not finish recording today, but finish a lot more recording today so I can also do more tomorrow too, and then finally show the people that I'm working with so that I can also release the music, so that I can also put it out there, of course. But if I start releasing stuff, then I also have to buy the beats too, because right now I'm using a beat that's not mine, so I will have to buy it or something like that. Well, I'll talk it with the people because I'm not sure exactly how it is because I haven't done it before. But I would like to release something and get it done. But I probably won't release it till like earliest is probably like next week. But that's being very optimistic that I can correct all the grammars, that I can make it layer it how it should be, and sing it correctly how I wanted to sing it. There's a lot of trial and errors, but it's basically a work in progress. I have a lot of work ahead of me, and we'll have to see. Because there's a lot of things I don't know, but I would like to make my own and be able to showcase it, be able to put it out there. Because that's part of the plan. That's part of the fun. That's part of the journey to have something so I can actually start doing something. But yeah, of course, working with Rise on it, and Rise hopefully, or I'm not sure when they'll start their night markets again, but when they do start their night markets, that I'll be able to perform or do my things, show what I got, and really just have some fun, enjoy myself, and put my best foot out there. There's just a lot of things to do, but man, of course things cost money, so I gotta make sure my finances are decent enough. But basically, don't need to worry about that. But anyways, okay. Getting things rolling, getting things done. There's so much work ahead of me that I need to move at a faster pace. Of course, need to make sure I'm getting everything I need to get done. But there's a lot to get done, and my pace is not satisfying for me. Like at the pace I'm going, it'll take me too long to get things done or to be where I need to be. But that's also where I'm like, yo, don't worry about it. Just start. Just keep going. Just go. Don't worry about it. You'll learn on the way. And there's no you'll never be ready. You just gotta go for it. So there's that saying too. So let's get good. Let's get our best foot forward and let's get going. My mindset has always been, even if I'm not great at what I'm doing, if I practice hard and I'm really serious about it, and I study my craft, and I'm breaking down everything so that I can digest it. If I can digest it and keep what I need to keep, then that's the best thing, So like I study music in terms of like studying music, not literally like taking down notes or taking down notes, but not literally like taking classes on it. It's more like studying music as in like break it down what I like about a song, break it down what I enjoy about it, break it down what I enjoy about the sequence, but break it down what I enjoy about the visuals, the marketing, or just so breaking something down that I enjoy into bits and pieces that I can digest, and so that I can keep it for me too. So let's say a song that I really enjoy is like BTS Euphoria by Jungkook. It's like his solo song, but basically I really enjoy the song, so I break it down. I listen to the instrumentals, listen to the vocals. I watch the live performances. I look at the choreo. I break down what I enjoy, and I look at the visuals. I look at the feelings, like what do I feel about it, and also what is the best way what was the thought process there? What was the best like idea that they were trying to do? Like what was the thought process? What was the idea they were going for? How did it came to be? What are the patterns? What is the key? What is the BPM? What is the steps that it came to be? How is it together? What does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? There's a lot of things you can break down about it, but that's more so. That's not that won't make me the best. That is a part of it, but that won't make me better. But it will make me better, but that's not the full story of it. To be better at your craft, of course, digesting and be able to look at it, but also being able to do it yourself, being able to take what you've learned and apply it to your music, or apply it to your craft or what you're trying to do. Of course, it's like yes, you can learn, how to farm in a classroom setting. You can learn it through your studies, but unless you're out there farming, then you'll be missing what you're being taught, and what you're trying to do and what you're being taught are like kind of two different things. So what I'm trying to study and digest, and also what I'm trying to do, I need to be able to connect them to. So in that sense, I shouldn't focus too much. Anyways, I'm just talking a lot right now. I also think that when I get excited, or when I have a thought process that's a little bit too much for me to really comprehend, or to really explain all of it, I just kind of rush through it, or I just kind of or just kind of play around with it. But I think I should practice more on. I feel that I should practice more on slowing down my thought process, or not slowing down my thought process, but being able to explain my thought process in a manner that makes sense, and not just like winging it, or not just like letting it go, because I think my brain kind of runs a little quick, or my thought processes are a little quick. So it's like when I think about something, a lot of questions come to mind, and a lot of answers come to mind, and then also think about, how can I best describe this to this person, or how can I best explain it, or how can I best make it so that they understand, and also take into consideration their feelings, and how they might respond. And I'm thinking about all that. I'm like, just forget about it, or I'll just like push it to the side. But I believe that moving forward, I should really take my time explaining things, take my time with talking, and really, take my time to explain myself. Because part of it is that my thought process runs really quickly, or that it's a lot of things come to mind. It's like a lot of my thought, it's like a door frame. It's like all trying to go through the door, but because they're all trying to go through the door, they get stuck at the doorway. So I'm like, okay, now I just need to slow it down a bit, so that all my thought process can go through, and that I can explain myself, and I can talk in a manner that makes sense. And also to where, let's say it's a formal setting, and now I have to explain what I'm trying to do to someone, and this is like, serious stuff. This isn't just me casual stuff. This is like serious stuff, me trying to explain myself. Then I would like to be able to, bring that together and explain to someone. But of course, not be, because I can do it. It's just more, if I don't practice, then it ends up going like dead face, and I'm like, serious. But it doesn't always have to be serious and dead face. Of course, you can still explain yourself and be a positive, or still have that energy and make it more casual. But it's a matter of getting to that point where I practice enough of that to be able to explain it and talk to someone, and really do that without it sounding off, or without forcing it, or but it's all practice. Anyways, I can talk forever, but today, like I said, I'm just all about improving, all about making things better, being the best me, and also like my practice, my music, and singing, dancing, music, making things faster, where I'm not satisfied with what I'm doing right now. Not that I'm not satisfied with what I'm doing. I'm just not satisfied that I'm growing. But of course, I can't rush things too quick, because it takes time to get better. But also that I would like to get things rolling. It's just a matter of, what does that look like? What do you want to happen? And realistically, what I'm trying to do won't happen till like a year or so of hard work. But of course, it takes one foot instead in front of the other, and I want to be quick about it. But also, one of the things is also going too fast. It's slow. Going slow is fast. So it's like, you can't go too fast, or else you just ended up slowing yourself, and like making making too many mistakes, and like stumbling, and like crossing your own path, and making things slow for yourself if you're trying to go too fast. So Gotta make sure that also make sure that I'm getting what I need, like resting enough, making sure that I'm taking care of my well-being, that I'm not just like gas pedal all the way, don't care if I eat or if I don't eat, or if I'm like taking care of myself, or if I'm like, not doing well. I gotta make sure that everything is running well too. I can't just gas pedal all the time. So there's rest days, there's off days, and that's okay. Take it day by day, make it happen. It's all a matter of being able to rest and come back to it, being able to give yourself that time, being able to come back and remember, okay, I need to do this, but also, okay, I can step away for a bit, come back, step away, come back, work hard, but also be diligent, making the most of your time. Anyways, I talk a lot about that, but basically we're out of time because it's been 30 minutes, but hopefully that has been helpful. Hopefully this has been enjoyable for you. Sorry, this third episode is just me ranting a lot because I just finished the whole session and I'm not really satisfied with it, and there's a lot going through my mind in terms of like wanting to be better, wanting to make things happen, wanting to make everything roll. But maybe next time I'll have more questions I can talk to you about, like mindset or like well-being or health, or like talk about what's going on in terms of like what I'm trying to reach, like anyways, all right, thank you for listening. My name is King Her, artist. I don't have a name yet, an artist name, but making things happen. All right, you take care. Doo doo.